Welcome to Grits and Gravy, or whatever the hell this is.
What time is it? Oh, now.
3 B's of you and a I.
I just like titties. I don't care if they're men titties, women titties. I like titties. I'm a titty kind of guy.
The
She
snake.
told me that the last time she came over drunk, the girl shit in her sink.
Oh my God.
Mommy, I had a dream. I need Fat's gorilla in the ball.
How big around? Probably as big as my thigh, which is kind of on the bigger side right now.
Oh, my God.
And he comes back every now and then. Look like the Ayatollah. Come back.
Welcome to Grits and Grapes.
Hey, welcome to Grits and Gravy. We are here on this Friday. We're running a few minutes behind because I-4 traffic was a parking lot. If you're on I-4, go around it.
Yeah.
Because it is done crazy.
That means he'll be late for the next 6 years.
And that's Big Country over here. We brought him in to sit
welcome.
in.
What's
Got
up?
him Big
Thank you,
Country
fellas.
as his own podcast, and that's what we're all about. Even if we don't like you, we'll plug your show.
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
So we're here to
I appreciate that.
We're here to plug Big Country's podcast.
It's like some passive-aggressive
You like
relationship
that?
you got
It
going
is.
with.
It's all right. Well, here, let me tell you what he did. I listened to his show, which is the first time I really had a chance to listen to it, so I do apologize for that. But I did listen to it. It sounded good. He sounded like a DJ.
Yeah.
A few and stuff that he can, as he gets more and more comfortable,
Sure.
work out and everything. But we all do that.
Yes.
But it's
I do not.
I don't do that. And I just did it. So he's talking all that stuff. Man, I'm looking for some NASCAR tickets for Sunday's race. I know this guy that has a DJ and he does this radio show and maybe he can get you some. I'll hit him up. And so he's been like 6 months trying to hit this guy up, trying to give me some tickets. And he said, "Hey man, Bubba's gone. You think I can sit in?" I'm like, "Yeah, you'll see what it's like for a guy who can deliver."
6 months you just asked me
Wow.
2 days ago.
It was 2 days ago.
Wow.
See, you like that?
Yeah. So welcome, Big Country.
It
Welcome.
is.
Thank
How
you,
you
thank
doing?
you.
Well, let's go
Appreciate
right on to his podcast. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and about your podcast.
Sitting on a tailgate.
Sitting on a tailgate
I
with Big
posted the
Country.
link through Spreaker here, so
Okay,
you're
great.
all set there.
And I do the show every Wednesday night about 8 o'clock, and hopefully here in the next month or so, we're going to stretch it out to about an hour show. It's just basically, it's not just for rednecks. We talk about pretty much everything and anything, current affairs, whatever. Also looking for a sidekick if anybody.
cat?
Yeah, side cat. I got a cat. He sits right there with me.
Oh, so
But,
you've already got a side cat.
Yeah.
So now he's looking for a side dog.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's what it is. But
Inside dog.
I'm
side
always
dog,
looking for
outside dog.
new material.
How
so,
about a
yeah.
side cow? With
A cow? Yeah, we could do
How
that.
about a side of beef?
Side of beef, that's good.
Oh,
How about
that's
Or deer.
How a side of
Yeah.
pig?
A side of pig. But
Side of hog.
your
yeah,
animal.
but I'm always looking for somebody to come in and hang out with me and do the show with me. So hit me up. I'm on actionworksmusic at gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm all over the place.
Now you got Bike Week coming up now. What do you do out there? With
I am
those
the
guys?
DJ and host at the Cabbage Patch. It's
Okay.
if everybody knows about Bike Week, has been to Bike Week. Cabbage Patch is at the corner of Tomoka Farms Road and Pioneer Trail.
Oh, like Vic Country. I know you're here, Vic. Thanks for texting
Thanks.
me.
Yeah. I just looked at my phone and it said there's a draft to JB, and it's like
Port
I
Orange.
told him, he was like, "Here." And I'm like, "Why is that draft?" Like, well, that'd just be funny just to tell him that I'm here and I'm sitting right here talking to him. He's right
That's
here in
just
front
like
of me.
Vic texting somebody across the room.
That's how I roll.
So kind of MC, DJ out
Yep.
at Cabbage Patch.
I
That's
do all
cool.
the
That's always a
yep.
good
I do all the
Bike Week.
nighttime entertainment. I play music between sets on the bands. I also MC during the Coleslaw Wrestling, which is Wednesdays.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, Wednesday
I
and Saturday.
love coleslaw wrestling.
Wednesday
You
and
get it.
Saturday this year. So
You have a mustache riding booth out there as well.
I've been trying to get one. I've even been trying to get a pole out there, but nothing permanent yet. So
Okay.
I'm still working
Can't
on
get
it.
a-
but,
can't
I can
get-
get you dancers.
He
I
can't
know
get his
dancers.
pole.
I need
He can't get his pole up out there.
definitely,
I heard.
You heard that?
definitely
I heard.
need dancers.
He
Send me
needs,
all kind of dancers, man.
Yeah, I was telling him. I come across this thing, and it's it's called the Day of the Year.
What?
It's called Day of the Year.
Is it like an app or something?
No,
What do you
it's on your. You can look it up. Day of the Year, and
Okay.
each day is something. Like today,
I
something
got you.
different. Yeah.
Like this day in history.
Today
Okay.
is National Love Your Pet Day, which is sponsored by FarmersOnly.com.
Yeah.
And
Sheepfuckers.net.
There you
exactly.
go.
And it's also, but there's three things. Like today is Love Your Pet Day. It's also Handcuff Day, which I think is fitting for being the second week of 50 Shades of Grey. Right. And then it's also Cherry Pie Day. So you can actually mesh all three of those.
Is that like the
together.
redneck 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah. So really. So you have all these
Cherry
things.
pie.
But I was telling him the other day. I said next week on your podcast, next week that day is Inconvenience Yourself Day.
What is that?
And I'm like, my wife does that every time. I was like, hey, baby. She's well, this is an inconvenience, but okay.
Oh, it's like the tap, tap, tap in the morning.
Hey, honey.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
So, but each day, so if you want to check it out, go to I think it's called daysoftheyear.com.
I have a big lawsuit. Going with the phone companies because
you have.
I do because they say they invented these rollover minutes, but really it was my wife.
Oh, I got you.
So, all right.
Yeah, exactly right. And every woman should have stock in Tylenol.
Day
or
of the
actually,
year.
every guy should have stock in Tylenol and just give it to his wife before she goes to bed. Here, could you take this so you just won't wake up with a headache?
Bill Cosby's brand new sleeping aid. Okay, that's dangerous.
She goes, how can I do that? You're still here every morning.
I thought
wake
about
up with a headache every day.
I thought about Bill Cosby, and I realized he's got one big thing in common with Santa Claus.
What's that?
They both come when you're sleeping.
There you go.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I would give myself some credit.
That's exactly right. So we have. So we got Big Country. He's doing his DJ thing, and he's for hire. Did you mention that you're for hire?
Yes, I am for hire. I'm very cheap. I go $1,000 an hour, so
Right. What? Yeah, he's a high end hooker, is what he is, and
I'm a fat man's prostitute.
What? that doesn't sound right.
That doesn't even make sense. We've already gone into the crap.
You're a gigolo for large.
There you go.
But he does do DJ stuff. He's got all the equipment that'll come to your and do your party. I've already been thinking about doing like a big barbecue and having him come out to my house. And
well, he was
I
really
just don't want him to know
he was
where I
helpful
live.
with the whole Bubbaloo's live broadcast.
He was
as a testimony from us.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting to hear on that one that I told you about here a couple of weeks ago. So that's still kind of in place. So hopefully,
very good.
Hopefully that comes through.
Yeah, he's got some things like we all do. We've all got things.
We got feelers out there. They just
irons in the fire.
Yep. Got feelers out there. They just ain't touching yet.
You don't want to touch tips with anyone else's feelers. So
I don't want to touch tips with anybody in this room.
Exactly.
I can tell you that.
Exactly. So speaking of what you were talking about before, we said touching tips for some reason. Bubba is irons in the fire. He's out on a cruise ship playing music for people on a cruise ship. 3-day cruise to Bahamas, right?
Exactly. He'll be back tomorrow to play his gig
awesome.
at Shots. But he said it just came up all of a sudden. So we're sitting there and we're on this. Me and JB and Bub are on a group text, and we text each other all the time.
Yeah, just to stay in the loop of what we're doing.
So we're like, all right. So JB says, well, we're all good for the show. Anything going on this week that we can get planned up for to get ready for the show? Because we actually do put thought into it. We actually don't.
We do.
We put thought into it prior to the show. When it comes to the actual show, we're just like, whatever.
Oh yeah, we don't follow the.
No, we don't follow through. Shoot. What kind of show would that be if we followed through?
Yeah.
So Bubba's like, oh yeah, we're all good. Next text you get, he says, nope. I'm going on a cruise for 3 days.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, I got this opportunity. We're like, go for it, bro.
We're
Go.
like,
We will.
I wanted to go with him. I'm like, I'll go. I'll sleep with you, man, if you let me go.
Yeah.
But I have a gig Saturday. And he said he's coming back Saturday night. And I'm like, well, shoot, far. I got a gig Saturday night. I can be back by that.
What do you got Saturday gig?
No. I'm in Sebastian Saturday night.
Oh wow, cool.
So I'm in Florida.
Wow, you're busy.
I'm in Florida this week.
And I want to talk with you
week.
about the Ohio trip and the comedy contest.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. What you got?
Nothing. I'm just sitting here chilling.
Just sitting there
like
chilling.
a villain.
He's like a villain. Like
I was gonna say
he looks like one of those big old toads you'd see when you're out frog gigging, like ribbit.
But like a wise toad.
Exactly. Like, he's like the Budweiser toad.
If
Budweiser.
lick his back.
There you go.
If you lick his back, you'll have psychedelic.
Did you know if you lick a frog, it's supposed to be an aphrodisiac?
It's supposed to. Yeah, there's a certain frog. They showed that on The Simpsons, so it must be true.
It must be. Well, if it's on The Simpsons, you know it's got to be. So it's whacked. So we'll go right on into Ohio. We'll segue on into Ohio.
Yeah.
I just got back from Ohio doing some shows up in Ohio, and it was freaking cold, but it was good shows. I was at a place called Galena, Ohio, which is just north of Columbus.
Galena?
Yeah. Hey, what's Rainbow Warriors?
Did I tell you I'm originally from Canton?
Canton?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Oh. Isn't that a football thing up there?
Football Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
Football Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
Ohio State, Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
I was
is
born in
Buckeyes.
Columbus.
I was too.
You were?
Yeah, Riverside Hospital.
Oh, I thought you were Kentucky.
That's where I was raised.
It's right on the border.
Yeah, I was right across the river.
They brought you out of
Well-
Kentucky to be born in Ohio. That
Yeah,
makes
the
sense.
That's just like me.
Hospital
I was
better.
born in Ohio, but came down to Florida to live. So
Yeah, so it was. I was born in Columbus, Ohio, because my dad, my mom's from West Virginia, my dad's from Kentucky. They met in Ohio because of work, and then bada bing, bada boom.
Oh, so kind of had a central hub there, and then once they got the family, said, let's go to Kentucky.
Let's move back home to Kentucky.
Yeah,
Yep.
that makes sense.
So anyway, I was in Ohio doing some shows, and it was freaking cold. It was 11 degrees when I pulled
That's crazy.
up. When I pulled up to the gig.
Yeah, I
at
saw your
5:30,
videos.
It was 11:30. When I left to go home, it was 2. I got up to go to church with my dad.
2 degrees?
Yeah. I got up to go to church with my dad next morning, and they didn't even have a temperature.
and they got
It was
like
just
6 inches
0.
of snow that night too, didn't they?
Oh, that's
Not the night I was there.
0.
The night I came back.
Yeah.
When I flew, because I flew back on a Sunday, they got snow that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that whole area is just blanketed. I have friends down from up north that are down, I guess, for the race or whatever, or fishing or something. I don't know. And but they got out.
and they got a whole other month of that.
right, yeah, because it won't even.
Ours-
It'll all be done around February. It may snow.
A march, in like a lion, in like a lamb, or out like a lamb, or
No,
what is it?
It's April. Let's see.
Oh, wait,
yeah,
March.
March
In like a lion, out like a lamb, or vice versa. Is that right?
depends on how it goes.
In-
yeah,
in
if
like
it's
a
in
lamb,
like a lamb,
out
it's
like
out
a
like
lion.
a lion.
Yeah, so
And
they could have
generally-
a whole other month.
The growing up there was many an Easter morning we'd got up and there'd be snow on the ground,
Right.
Yeah.
and
right.
and Easter this year's in April,
yeah.
the first Sunday in April. So it's so they got, but they won't have any more big snows. This will be their last big snow of the year. They may roll into another one within the next week or so, but you're getting to the last week of February. March is starting to come into the springtime. It'll have some cool days, probably a little bit of
Well, it's a damn spring
Sleet.
break down
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
March
as a
is
rule of thumb, when it's cold up there for a long period, it's always cold down here into March. Because I remember a couple of years ago when I DJ'd Spring Break out at Daytona,
Yeah.
it was cold, and that was in the later end of March, and it was raining and cold.
right.
Yeah.
I'm
was
wearing a
miserable.
t-shirt. I'm
Yeah.
wearing a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, and a jacket when I got on my truck here, and I'm thinking I could probably walk from my truck into the studio here without my jacket.
Yeah, and then what happened?
Well,
Because you're wearing the jacket
I
now.
didn't take it off.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, I don't want to take any chances. Between
I got
here
shorts on.
and
yeah.
the 20
Yeah,
yards.
he's got shorts on.
If it's not
yeah, it's
20
well
below
looked at.
zero, my legs never get cold.
He doesn't have.
Well, that's good.
He doesn't have pants on, and
And
he
I
doesn't
got a
have
long
hair.
sleeve.
And he's wearing
the way to
socks.
do it.
If you're wearing shorts, you can't be
yeah.
wearing socks.
Well-
What in the world?
Well, that's what I as long as my feet don't get cold, I'm okay.
That's what it is.
That's for me.
But once you get your feet wet or cold up
yeah,
north,
oh,
you're
Get it.
done
it's
for the
done.
day.
It's-
Yeah, you
forget
might
it.
as well just take a hot shower and see if you can't
Yeah.
de-thaw,
Yeah.
or just chop your foot off.
Yeah, but then you get in the shower and it's all cold, tingly, right? It's like the
Yes.
opposite of
Yeah,
what
it's
you're
like,
looking for.
That hurts.
And that, yeah, it hurts so bad.
Yeah, it all pings around. But Ohio, and I'm going back to Ohio for another whole other gig in March. So hopefully the snow and the weather will be cool from then. The contest. This is the Monsters of the Morning Community
Oh
of the
yeah,
Year contest.
yeah. When is your event?
Mine-
Because they just did one last night.
They did one last night. It was
Okay.
a great turnout. I was looking.
Oh, were you there?
I was not.
Oh.
I had other
thought you were
commitments. My daughter had surgery
scouting
yesterday,
out
so I was
the,
kind of just
competition.
chilling. I know all those guys.
Oh, what happened to your daughter?
She had some sinus stuff going on. We had to get that
man.
all
Yeah, like
cleaned
pneumonia.
out. Well, she keeps a chronic sinus infection. I guess I probably do too because I've had sinus issues my whole life.
Right.
But finally, hers is. We think that hers has helped damage the hearing in one of her ears.
Ooh.
She's got 50% hearing loss in one of her ears due to nerve damage, and her head just stays clogged up. So the doctor went in there, put a new tube in her ear, cleaned out and rotor-rooted all of her sinuses. And did you know
Man.
that you not only have a sinus cavity here in your cheeks,
Yeah.
between your eyes,
Okay.
above your eyes, but there's one in the back of your head?
Oh, really?
I did not know that, but apparently they go up through there, and there's all
sinus
like
cavity.
there's a tunnel,
So it
and you go all the way through
funnels back into there, behind your brain,
there. behind
underneath
your brain.
the
I don't know.
orbitus
That's,
complicus.
that's what he said. That, or he was just poking around her brain.
It's
So-
all connected one way or another. Your tear
Stop.
ducts, your nose,
Yeah,
your
it's all-
ears,
it's all done.
connected.
Stop
yeah.
messing with my child's head.
She came out. She was twitching. So
Okay,
I don't know.
that's just.
But she was.
Well, it must not be serious.
No,
if
she
you're-
was outpatient,
Okay.
and she's home. She's groggy.
Good. All right.
And she's chilling out at the house today. They didn't have school today. They had rodeo day in Kissimmee.
Taking
so,
it easy. rodeo day.
Well, yeah, and Kissimmee, hello,
Silver
Cowtown.
Spurs Rodeo's in town, baby.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah, I may go try to go over to that tonight.
You're trying to get to the Daytona 500, Vic.
I am trying to get.
You're trying to.
That's
you're
my
trying
goal.
to get
If
there.
listen, if we have any listeners, I would love to have at least 2 tickets, possibly 3, because I got another buddy who wants to go. But I can get by with 1, because at this point, I'm really only concerned about myself. That's who I'm concerned about. And here, that's funny. That sounds like practice. Actually, sounds like Jeff Gordon.
You ever go in the infield?
I have.
You ever been in? That is the crazy. I was in the infield for Daytona or Rolex before it was Rolex 24. Was it Rolex?
Yeah, it's
first?
always been to Rolex.
Rolex 24 hours.
24 hours.
Whatever it was,
Yeah.
24-hour race. That is insane. In that infield for 24 hours, that is like
I wouldn't do that because I just don't want to. I don't want to stay up that late. But here's my tickets. I've had tickets out of turn 4 right before you get to the dog leg.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect tickets, the best tickets I've had as far as paying for tickets. I've gotten tickets
That's
out
the
of
key
turn.
word, paying.
Yeah, listen, I've not paid for a ticket to the race.
Oh, so you're not willing to buy them from anyone out there? The sales shout out.
No,
you want them for free?
I do, or I'll trade.
Okay.
I got other things.
When are
I've
you
got
gonna trade?
my time.
Vicks nipple clamps.
Yeah, no, but I'll trade them SeaWorld tickets. I've got SeaWorld tickets that I could trade for Daytona 500.
Hey,
Okay.
There's
All right.
no
All right.
comparison,
All right.
man.
Between SeaWorld
And Daytona, no
and
comparison.
Don't they
most
race
people,
the
if they're gonna-
dolphins?
They're going.
No.
If they're going to trade, they don't know that.
It's dolphin racing.
but
Vic
I will,
Clevenger, this dolphin's sponsored by Starkist Tuna.
Starkist, yeah. Holla. And
Sponsored by Massagill's Summer's Eve douche.
well, no,
sorry.
that's for the Stingrays.
Oh, sorry.
And
What?
but I've been in the best seats I've had. They weren't even seats. I got a hot pass one year. I actually watched the race from pit road.
Oh.
Like I was, if you ever watch the race, you see those guys, they whip in here and they get their cars done. Michael Waltrip was to my right.
Wow.
The car that was parked in front of him crashed. They emptied that whole pit. We stood there in that pit.
Wow.
You know, where all the crew chiefs and the tires and all that stuff is, that was all gone. So we stood there and watched Michael Waltrip come in. So I was taking pictures of Junior's pits. I was down at Gordon's pits hanging out with them. And so when they weren't passing in front of us there in front of pit road, we watched them on the War Wagons TV screen because that's where they watched the race when they're on the back stretch.
Yeah.
And so we sit there. Those were the best because you got to go everywhere. I went into the garage.
Yeah, that's like all up in it.
Yeah, I went to the garage. I was I got to hang out with them. I went down to the bathrooms, got autographs of Bill Elliott, Casey Kane. I've met Danica Patrick. I got to be on television on the Fox Hollywood Hotel thing.
Yeah.
I should put that on my credits. But I
Hey,
was
don't
seen
they
on
have
Fox.
boxes up there too?
You
ever been
they
in
do.
those boxes?
I have not. Those are
No, I heard-
those are really the only place I haven't sat.
I heard Vince Vaughn is dropping the flag.
Is that right? I don't know. Vince. Kid Rock is
Yeah,
doing
he's doing the
Kid Rock's
music
doing the
before
halftime?
that.
No, halftime. Yeah,
The pre-game
yeah, when they
show.
do the red flag, Kid Rock's coming out doing a concert. But they do I've seen Lisa Marie Presley do a concert there.
Oh, that's cool.
Not Dina Carter, but who's the other girl that married Lance Armstrong?
Crow.
Sheryl Crow.
Sheryl Crow.
Yeah, I saw her. I've seen Brooks and Dunn. I was there for the 50th anniversary of the Daytona 500, so I've seen Brooks and Dunn, Chubby Checker,
Damn.
some other guys. So I've seen a lot of concerts there. And this year's Kid Rock, and I've never seen Kid Rock, so I'm like, I'd love to see Kid Rock.
Back in '98, when they had the first night race, I worked security for John Michael Montgomery when he was playing there.
Yeah, that's.
So I've been in the pits and worked.
That's
up there
fun, man. It's
is
a lot of fun.
Well,
but going back to the Monsters thing.
Oh yeah, the comedy contest.
I will be at the Cheyenne Saloon for the contest March the 5th. The show starts at 8:00.
Okay. That's Thursday night, I guess?
Thursday night.
Okay.
Shows. If you ever seen the Cheyenne Saloon, go to the Monsters in the Morning website. They got a clip of last night's show.
Yeah.
It is one of the best-looking clubs.
It's a great venue.
I've been in my whole life.
Just classic.
And I've played a lot of bars, and I've played a lot of clubs. I've played a lot of different venues. Other than an actual theater,
Yeah.
this is probably the nicest place I've ever been in. So it's going to be pretty cool to play. The guy that won last night, his name is Devin Seibold. He's like a feature act. He's not even a headliner. He's a school teacher.
Oh.
And he does like if we were to do a show, he'd be my opening act.
I gotcha.
So that's the level. He ended up winning last night over 2 headliners. One's an actual TV star, and another feature act who got mad at me because I had made fun of soccer. And so you had 2 headliners, 2 feature acts, and one of the feature acts who's just is a nice guy. Devin is such a nice guy. If you want to look at somebody's Facebook page, check out Devin Seibold. It's a super nice guy. He won it last night, so he moves on. Next week, I'm not sure who I compete with, other than I know Ken Miller, one of the local comedians in the area. He's a national headliner. He's going to be competing, and me, and then there's going to be 2 other guys. So it's going to be kind of cool. I'm the only redneck on the docket for the whole competition. So if you enjoy redneck stuff, if you're a friend of Bubba's, or if you're a friend of the Monsters, but you enjoy the whole country scene, come and cheer me on, even if I suck. That's my whole thing. That's what I'm telling everybody. Get your ticket, come and cheer for me, and cheer like crazy for me, even if I suck.
Yeah, especially.
Even if they don't like you, they'll still go to a great venue.
Well, you're not going to suck, are you? You got your material? You're still gathering your material?
I mean,
you kind of got an idea?
Right now, I know what I'm going to do. Some good tried and true stuff that I perform all over the country.
Yeah.
That I know kills. So I'm going to try that. Now, what I'll do if I advance, that may be a little up in the air.
What do they do after this whole thing? Do they take everybody back online and they do that Beat the Crickets thing again, or what happens?
The Devin, the winner of my week, and then there's a third week, the winner of that week. The winner of each of these weeks will compete in a 4th week, which will be April the 2nd.
Oh, I got it.
The winner of that,
last comic standing style.
Yeah. The winner of that gets $1,000. They get a weekly spot on the Monsters of the Morning, and they get a championship belt. This is Comedian of the Year.
Hey, can I borrow $500?
Guess who thought of that?
Yeah, you reckon? But I told my wife the other night. I said,
golden belt for the winner.
If I win, I said, I'll give you the $1,000.
What?
I told my wife.
Give it to me?
No, shoot, no.
I'm sorry. I was zoned out.
I've already asked him for $500.
I don't sleep with either one of you guys.
Thank God.
So yeah, exactly. So I said, listen, all I want is the belt and the radio spot. I care less about the $1,000.
My boots and my belt, that's all I need. No.
And then
he's got the bling bling, so he's all good.
And I would wear that.
Red boots and a gold belt and a smile.
I would wear that at my first show.
I'm sorry.
The first show I did, if I won and I come back and did a show at the Improv or whatever, I would come out with that belt.
Yeah.
The very first show I did locally again, I would come out wearing that belt.
You should. Damn well you should.
That'd be the last time I'd wear it. It'd be hanging up in my trophy room.
Wear it over your shoulder. That's cooler.
Yeah, well, it is cooler.
Just
coming in
like I'm not even going to put this thing on.
And just kind of just lay it down like they do in the middle of the ring, like I challenge anyone.
Come up and touch this for $1.
Yeah, I'll let you touch my belt.
And then for $5, you can go below the belt.
Yeah, because I wear... yeah, but be careful. That snake spits. And, But my belts are cooler that I wear on my shows.
Your belt buckles and stuff.
Oh, yeah. So I wouldn't want to cover it up, but I would toss it over my shoulder.
Oh. You haven't seen it?
The championship belt, I have not.
Huge wrestling belt.
It is. That's what it is. It's going to be a huge wrestling belt.
With bedazzled.
Yeah, it is. It'll probably be paper mache. We used to make that when I was a kid. Me and my brother, we was big into wrestling, so we made our own championships belts, and we did it out of cardboard and paper. We drew the pictures on it and pasted the paper on top of the cardboard and clipped it out, and we'd fix it to where it'd go around us, and we'd fasten it in the back with paper clips, the big paper clips, because we didn't think about doing the ones that actually pinch, that would actually hold them close.
Right.
So when they wouldn't stay around us, we just toss them over our shoulder like, hey, we're bad to the bone. And I put him in so many figure 4 leg locks. No wonder he's got issues.
I bet you had action figures too, didn't you?
I did. I had superheroes. Oh, when I was
no wrestling like
I had Star Wars.
No, I did not. Mine was superheroes.
Let's see, Randy Savage was back then.
Mine were real people.
Oh, real people.
Yeah,
Superman,
Batman.
Mine
were real, like Peter Parker. No, Clark Kent.
No, I had men. I had Batman. I had Superman. I had Aquaman.
I got Spider-Woman.
Robin.
Oh, right.
Robin is kind of like,
Have you seen that thing? It's out on the internet, but it's all the superheroes like Superman, Batman, Aquaman, done to the Golden Girls, like where they're really old.
Oh, I have not. That'd be funny.
And then Robin comes in, so it's each like they're playing. It's funny. I should find that.
Yeah, it's funny.
Anyway.
But it's good. So if you're listening, come to the Cheyenne Saloon March 5th. Tickets are $5 general admission. You can get VIP tickets.
Okay.
Go to my Facebook page.
How much are those?
Those are $15.
Oh, okay, that's not
So
bad.
it's not bad.
So
And
what's a
you're-
VIP?
and
Like a better?
As far as I know, it's just better seats.
It's up in the
Probably
top.
in a balcony area. With,
You get a
know,
box
kinda like
seat?
a box seat.
You get to sit
That's
with
what I would
the-
assume, or reserve seats up in the front row.
Sit
or
with the
something.
guys from the Muppets that are like, "Whoa!"
Hey, you
heckling.
suck.
Can you heckle there? Is
You
heckling-
can.
Oh, you can.
I'd rather you not.
Did people?
Somebody's going to bring an air horn with them.
Get him off. These guys talk about going to the black clubs.
The Gone Show.
And they're unforgiving if you suck. You go to these black night clubs. And
Oh,
do
like
comedy
the
and stuff.
Apollo?
Yeah, something like that. If you suck, they're like, get off the stage, get out of here, you suck, man, you dirty cracker, get out of here. So they do all kinds of crazy stuff. So, but I've never been booed off a black stage, and I've done a couple, so that's pretty good. So,
That's an accomplishment.
it is because I was nervous the very first time.
didn't
'Cause the headliner was black, the feature was black, the MC was black, the crowd was black, except for the 4 white chicks that the black guys brought, and then me.
And that, yeah,
And I'm wearing a cowboy hat, red cowboy boots. I'm like, "Hey, y'all, I'm from Kentucky."
it must have been the boots.
It must have been, but man, they loved me because I got autographs.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, I got autographs. I didn't give any.
got
I got
autographs.
some. So no, but I gave a lot of autographs. And did a lot of
I got an
things.
autograph from Sinbad,
Yeah. So it's
Steve Harvey.
It was fun, but it's March 5th. Put it on your calendars.
March 5th. All right, cool.
Come and support half of Grits and Gravy.
Gotta go out there.
The Comedian of the Year thing at the Cheyenne Saloon for the Monsters. That's a lot to say. The Monsters of the Morning, Comedian of the Year at Cheyenne Saloon, March 5th. That's just a 30-second commercial just trying to get all those words out.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Cheyenne, March 5th. Vic Clevenger. That's all you need to know there.
There you go.
Vic,
That
Cheyenne, March 5th, 8 o'clock.
There you go. Break it down to
Or
its
just
elemental.
Vic, Cheyenne, 8.
Vic Cheyenne, 8 o'clock,
Mark, 5.
March 5.
That's it.
10 days before the Ides of March. Now, you can get really complicated.
Or you can go 3, 5, 15.
Don't do that.
I know.
People will know what
They
you
won't even know what I'm talking about now. We've done
hell you
digress.
talking about?
But one thing I am excited about is start now. The Daytona 500 is this Sunday, so we screaming turn left, and then the big day is February 23rd.
What's that?
That's when Little Caesars brings out their deep dish pizza that's wrapped
Wrapped
in
in
bacon.
That
yeah.
sounds nasty.
3 feet of bacon
Nasty.
wrapped around this thing.
Seriously?
3 feet of bacon.
I love bacon, but bacon as the crust of pizza
Well, it's
just
not as
sounds
a crust.
really
It's
dangerous.
wrapped around the crust.
Oh, so like a bacon wrapped filet,
kind of.
but a bacon wrapped pizza.
Yeah.
Huh.
With bacon sprinkled on it.
Okay.
I would really like to know how this bacon thing really caught on
Heaven.
because it seems like everything
I'm
they
in
do
heaven.
now is like bacon this, bacon that.
Because bacon makes everything taste better.
You ever? You
You
ever?
take something that
It gives
tastes
me
great.
heartburn
You
sometimes.
take things that taste
You
great.
ever- you
but it's
ever
because you
have-
eat turkey bacon.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, turkey bacon is it is what it is. I have bison bacon down there.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
It's really not.
No.
I mean, it's like a piece of beef jerky almost. So it's good for you, but it's called bison breakfast strips because
Nice.
they can't call it bacon.
Because it's not pork.
Right. And, well, plus it's not. An animal could have kind of that bacon fat from the side of the
Right.
slide of the deal, but bisons are not put together like that in that sense. What was I going to say? Oh, damn! I just forgot.
Something about bacon.
Let's go to commercial. All right.
Let's go. Baloo's barbecue.
What I was going to say is Nukes. Have you ever heard of Nukes? It's a company, and they ship bacon to you, and they have all kinds of products. Nukes. Let me go see if I can find it.
They
online.
blow up things, right?
Kind of like the Bacon of the Month Club. Here's some
Yeah, kinda
bacon
like
from Yankee pigs. Here's some bacon from California pigs. Here's some bacon from Canadian pigs. Canadian bacon is not even bacon. It's not like
I like bacon.
it's like a
I don't
record
know,
player.
they just
It's ham. Canadian bacon. Right? Nuke's sausage. All right, here they are. Nuke's sausage, Nuke's Applewood smoked meats. Smoked liver sausage. No?
that is gross.
Smoked liver? No. But here is the...
Kind of slice of the liver.
I guess let me throw this up there for you so you can see it. There it is. No? Yeah? No?
I like what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, hey.
Award-winning bacon. Award-winning bacon. Sliced bacon. So here it is. It's freaking gorgeous. It's so thick and delicious. Wild cherry smoked bacon, applewood, triple thick butcher cut, thick sliced peppered bacon, smoked slab bacon. So it's truly the best out there, and I'll endorse it. It's Nueske, Nukes.
Nukes.
Sounds pretty good.
Finest Applewood smoked meats. Oh, it's not broadcasting my tab.
Don't like not broadcasted tabs.
So there it is. All right. So anyway, well then we're going to get into the news, right?
All right. Well, so what we got for the news?
I have a few stories queued up here. Let me bring them up on the computer up there so you can see them. I guess talk amongst yourselves while I walk over there.
We're going to walk around on the road again.
Hold on.
So Bubba's gone. Big Country's here. I'm on the road tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And
in Sebastian.
In Sebastian, Florida.
Sebastian Inlet?
And, there's something else I was going to
it
talk
on the
about.
ocean?
What else I was going to talk about? Oh, Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear about Vanilla Ice?
He got arrested, yep.
Got arrested for breaking into someplace's house. And so when he left, he was handcuffed. He was actually singing when he left.
He was singing. Like rapping?
Yeah. He was like, Vice, baby.
He broke into the house next door that he was refurbishing on his TV show.
And stole a heater. So a guy named Ice steals a heater.
Oh, that's funny. It's
For
going
his
to be
pool.
a little too cold for ice.
A little too cold.
I'm surprised that's not headline news, man.
And
It is headlines all over the news.
you heard about other one-hit wonder Afro Man literally hit a girl on stage, socked her, popped her.
Really?
It
I
was
haven't
crazy.
seen that.
I'll try to bring that up.
That'd
for you.
be awesome. You know, everybody says that. I'll try to bring that up, but they never deliver. So it's Vanilla Ice. I used to like that song, Vanilla Ice. His ninja skills lack stuff, so he's not able to do the ninja thing. So anyway, so what are we going to do? What are we going to talk about? We got if you need Bubbaloo. Oh, I heard about this girl here.
Hold on. Let's play a little news intro.
Yeah. Naked woman stops traffic to masturbate in front of a police car. So we have this girl down in Florida. Can you remember where that was at? Where is it?
It was downtown Orlando.
Yeah, it was right here in Orlando, Florida. This girl, and she's not a bad-looking lady. She looks a little crazy in the eyes.
A couple of the websites that they have up about her too has got other pictures of her that's been posted on Facebook and social media, or whatever. She's actually a good-looking girl, but this picture right here.
Well, this is probably her mugshot.
Yeah,
here.
mugshots
are never flattering. But she, excuse me, I yawned. But she was just naked right in front of a police car and was starting to play with herself. What is up with people here in Florida? They gone crazy.
Well,
this is just amazing to me.
The reports did say that when the police arrived that she was not in her right state of mind. And then she jumps up on the people's car and starts bashing it in.
Yeah, I wonder if she finished. That's all yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, dude, all right, see, here's the policeman. All right, me and Big Country and JB, we roll up here in our squad cars, and we're like, well, do we let her finish? She'd be a lot easier to apprehend if we let her complete. But you get her right in the middle of things.
The report says when they threw her in the back of the car, when they put her in the back of the car, supposedly she was kicking and screaming and her legs were hiked up way up in the air when they were trying to get her in the car.
You would think, yeah.
So apparently they did not let her.
You catch her at the right time. She's, oh, yes, don't stop. You're like arresting her.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You get that on camera. Yeah, that's crazy.
And here's one for the hippies, right? And for all the tree-hugging people that think that global warming is real because it's real. No. I'm just, anyway, new Tesla battery could take your home off the grid. So a battery for your home. What do you think of that?
I like it.
I do.
Sounds like a cool idea, right? I mean, if you could run a home with a battery,
But how would you charge the battery?
You just get a new one, right? Or you'd have a backup charger where you're charging the battery with the battery charge.
Solar panels.
To me, I don't think. To me, this doesn't look like it's going to be like a propane tank.
I mean, I don't think the batteries are that small like the ones they have on that picture. But
yeah, these are AA.
Yeah. Like,
We're going to run your whole house on 3 million AA batteries.
It's a 9-volt battery.
Yeah.
And
That
7
runs.
million AAA.
Wouldn't it be funny? You could charge the house battery on like an old 9-volt.
Right.
That'd be kind of funny.
You plug in your
But
iPhone.
yeah, if something like that. And here's the thing. I'm all about solar power. I'm all about on a battery or whatever like that. But they make it so dang expensive to do this kind of stuff that people can't afford it. It's cheaper to do electricity because you pay it, like in an installment, really. After you've paid the initial down payment. But you talk about solar, there's several $1,000s to put panels on your roof, and they don't make them look attractive.
Yeah.
There's hey, I got these big old black mirrors on top of the roof.
Well, and I think the reason why they don't push the issue with this is because they know that power companies will actually go out of business because I had a teacher back in college, this is like the late 80s, early 90s, that his whole house was nothing but solar power.
Right.
And the power company actually had to pay him.
Yeah,
because
he wasn't. Yeah, they were sucking power off of him.
He was producing his own power.
Yeah. Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
But see, but I disagree with the power companies going out of business. I think if they're smart, they would adapt.
Right.
Yeah.
And here I go back to the story of Motorola. I got a Samsung, but the Motorola phones,
the little flip phones.
Yeah.
With the...
Well, yeah, everybody's got a Motorola. Do you know where that came from?
Huh.
That was a car radio.
Oh.
You look at the history of Motorola, which are now cell phones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was invented by the same guy that invented the Learjet, and here's why. Him and his buddy, they were in the Navy. They were on a date with their girls up on Inspiration Point or whatever. And the girls would be like, you know what, it'd be pretty cool if we had some music up here. We could dance, listen to a little soft music and make out. And so these guys who were like electronic guys went back and developed a car radio that they could plug into their car because they didn't have car radios. Back in my day, car radios, just to get an FM, was an upgrade.
I thought you were going to say they created a woman that didn't complain.
No, yeah, exactly. But they invented the car radio, and then they started getting Ford was the very first one to have a car radio.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And they installed it they wanted to get a guy to invest in it, and they installed it in this guy's car. He's like a banker. They installed it in his car, and he's like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And then it caught his car on fire and burnt it to the ground. But it's still a good idea.
Radio's the
and
devil.
That's how we ended up with car radios was through Motorola. Now, one of the guys who helped invent that actually went and worked with communications at NASA.
Yeah.
And then the other invented the Learjet.
Wow.
Norman Lear. And so Norman Lear, I can't remember the other guy's name. But anyway, that company went from putting, and the reason they came up with Motorola because their primary pusher, the primary promoters, like, what are we going to call this? Well, Victrolas were popular today, but we're putting it in a car with a motor. So we call it Motorola.
Yeah.
So they combined the motor of a car and a Victrola, put it in there, the Motorola. But now this company evolved from car radios to cell phones.
American history with Vic Clevenger.
See, I am more than just a pretty face and a funny joke. I know things.
He paid attention in school.
Actually, I read it in a book that was hanging on the back of my toilet. And but it's a very interesting thing. So I think these power companies, going back to the initial premise of why I even told that long story, I believe if these power companies, if they adapted, they would learn to adapt. Now, some of them would go out of business, especially some of the smaller ones. Maybe KUA over at Kissimmee, which is
didn't they try to build a solar power farm out in Tampa somewhere?
Probably. But you go up like in Illinois and Indiana, they got windmills. Everywhere.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah. Wind and power and the sun. That's smart. I saw Apple, who, by the way, is a $700 billion company now. They're going to build their first 100% solar-powered office building.
Nice.
So if they're doing it and they got all this money, we certainly
can do it.
It's like you've got ass tons of money,
right?
And you're building
bring it down to my house.
Yeah,
that would be.
Would your neighbors make fun of you?
No. Well, they don't they make fun of me now.
Hey, you want some tin foil?
Yeah. Hey, could you put some aluminum foil up there on that there antenna?
You want some of my tin foil, Clevenger?
But they make it so expensive for the regular guy to get solar power or to go green or to even go on a diet. That's the reason why a lot of people don't do things is because to go what's friendly to the environment
Yeah.
is so dang expensive.
Yep.
You can't afford it.
Right. If it wasn't,
And they
People
complain
do it.
about childhood obesity, but everything that's in society today, you can sit right there in your chair at your own house and do pretty much anything you want and not
Well-
have to worry about going outside
yeah.
and doing
one
anything.
thing,
And then outlaw games.
I've said for years that I think we're just nobody's harnessing on is the damn ocean. The power of the ocean that hits the sand every day. If we created a simple mechanism
that's
that
how-
pushed and pushed and pushed, which that's generated power. I mean, the whole
like a dam.
seaboard could be. Well, yeah. Well, that's hydroelectric power. Yeah. This would be that in a sense, but in a different kind of mechanism where
Right.
it's like every day.
But yeah, it'd be
that constant motion of the waves hitting the beach, the shore. That's a source of energy we're not tapping into.
Yeah, there's all kinds of things that we're not tapping into because
Oh
of the,
yeah, tapping that ass.
all
sorry.
because of the cost. Some of it is just not cost.
The
effective.
infrastructure is not there
Right.
for these free
Some of 'em.
technologies,
Right.
And that kills me. We're capitalists, but something's happening for free every day, and we're not capitalizing on it.
Yeah, that's exactly
that
right.
kills me.
Yeah, well, there you go. You want to make money? There you are.
There you are.
There you are. So we got Krispy Kreme apologizes after KKK.
Yeah, so
on
this
Facebook.
was in the UK, and I guess in the UK they created like a Krispy Kreme day, which was Wednesdays, Krispy Kreme, and so the KKK Wednesdays was in their advert, and they got a little heat over that. Obviously.
Yeah, they did.
So did they just like add an extra K? Yeah. And but even who cares really? UK doesn't even have the KKK over there.
Are you sure?
Well, KKK started with the Democrats in the South.
So the KKK is for Krispy Kreme Club,
yeah.
with a K.
Yeah.
So it's KKK Wednesday, Krispy Kreme Club.
I like it.
Delicious.
I like it better than KKC. That's just stupid. KKK. The Krispy Kreme Club. I like it. It should be that way. I think people are too oversensitive about stuff like that. It's the KKK. Well, it's not the Ku Klux Klan. It's a
Right.
dang Krispy Kreme
And everybody
Club.
over there too is so happy and just laid back and
Where in
over
Europe?
in- yeah, Europe
Well, that's
and
because
UK.
they don't know what good food is. Over
well, that too.
there. But
we need to
it
go
is
over
just
there.
Crazy.
We need to go over there and cook them some barbecue.
That's
what we need to do.
Take some Bubaloos.
Yeah, that is what
There
they
you
need.
go.
And what we got here? We got the
This cold weather's perfect for Bubaloos. Oh, so this is from the History Channel, but a brief history of presidential drinking.
I like it already.
I thought was a cool article. So they wrote up this article kind of what they know about the presidents and their drinking habits. Let me just see if I can bring it up over here. So
Apparently-
I don't have to
He's
walk
starting to take
apparently our
selfies now.
current yeah,
They would get drunk,
Apparently our
and go
current
out to
president-
bars and
our current president, he'll just drink with anybody.
okay.
He'll drink with some dude over a beer. He'll drink with some guy over bourbon. He's a lush. That's what I'm thinking.
Who that is?
Obama.
Obama? Yeah, he's had the beers and the
he
thing.
drinks
and
all the time. I think he's an alcoholic.
I guess he quit smoking, right? Is he vaping now?
I doubt it.
Ulysses,
Did you hear?
Yeah.
Did you hear about all they're out there saying this whole electronic cigarette stuff now has
Yeah, it can
bad-
hurt you.
Yeah,
The vapor is bad.
yeah. So
bad vapor.
You'll get I don't know secondhand air. Or
So
something.
in this article, History.com, a brief history of presidential drinking, Ulysses S. Grant, Abrams says Grant developed a historic reputation as a drunk during his Civil War days. Grover Cleveland, well before 2 stints in the White House, Cleveland overindulged in the cheap beer and rich food served in the smoke-filled saloons of Buffalo, New York.
Well, hello, his name's Cleveland.
And Warren G. Harding, not even prohibition could keep the 29th president away from the hard stuff. Although he voted for prohibition as a senator, the whiskey aficionado hypocritically kept a fully stocked sidebar in the White House
Nice.
during prohibition, right?
Loved it. Loved it.
Lyndon B. Johnson, always seeking to wield the levelers of power to his advantage. The Machiavellian Johnson, while Senate Majority Leader instructed staff to make his scotch and soda significantly weaker than his guests so that he could keep a clearer head.
There you go.
So he getting people
That's
drunk.
funny.
Yeah.
we're going to solve the problems of the world over scotch and water.
You're drunk, I'm not. You just
Exactly
signed this paper for peace. Piece of paper.
And one of them, when Coors beer was illegal to be brought west of the Mississippi, one of the presidents would have Coors beer brought in and I can't remember which one that was.
That was back in the Smokey and the Bandit days, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was. It was. Well, the president was before then, but that was the whole premise of the Smokey and the Bandit movie was that was bootlegging.
Bootlegging there.
Bootlegging. So yeah, a lot of presidents like to drink. Well, George W.
Yeah.
He apparently had problems before he was president.
I like how Jeb Bush says, "I am not my family."
Yeah.
He's like,
I am not my family.
Separate himself from his own family.
Of course, he doesn't even look like him, so he may not be.
He don't look alike.
But if you watch him when he speaks, the way he gestures himself and his attitude, it's just like his dad and his brother.
Yeah.
Same exact way.
I like him. I think of the Bushes, he's probably the best one of the bunch.
Yeah, I mean, I like him, but
he did well for
what
Florida.
I don't like is like a simulated American royalty. You know,
right? I agree.
Oligarchy,
I agree.
you know, is akin to monarchy.
Right, and I agree with that. But we still have the election. People still vote for these guys. But you know, and that's one of the reasons they got away with the whole unlimited terms for the president back in FDR's day, because we don't want this guy having unlimited. He just keeps getting reelected year after year, after each term.
Then you go into
because he was elected
like
4
fascism.
times.
Yeah,
exactly. And then which leads into being a monarch.
Yeah,
and which then into a dictatorship. So so they said, all right, we're going to limit it to 2 terms. I'm like, do that with Congress.
That's what they should do. That with the House and the Senate. That's 2 terms, and that's it.
Well, that's it. You shouldn't be able to make
more 50,
a living
60
off
years.
the American, no matter what you do.
The House of Representatives can go for their terms are 8 years. Is it 8 years or 6 years? There's a 6 years.
I think it's 6 years. Yeah.
A House Representative is
a congressman
is a 6-year term.
Okay.
A senator is 2-year term.
2 years. Yep.
No, that's not the way it is.
Well, that's
you're saying that's the way it should. Oh,
that's the way it is. That's
those
the
are
rules.
their terms, but that's not how long they keep getting reelected.
But there's no limit on how many times.
Yeah, that's just it.
A lot of like Kentucky, you can only be governor twice.
Yeah.
And
See, that makes sense.
A lot of states are that way, but you get the
as one party, like old what's his name, Charlie Crist came back as a Democrat.
Exactly.
So it's 2 terms in under one party.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Oh,
but I thought it was just
because Jerry Brown in California came back.
Well, each state has their own laws. Like Kentucky,
Rawls.
Kentucky, I'm having trouble talking. So
where's the rattle Richard Rawls?
Doing a video today at Daytona. The Kentucky has their laws to where it's just 2 terms. That's all you could serve. If you're governor twice, you're done.
That makes sense.
I think they can't do it back to back.
Oh, really?
I think that's what it was. Yep.
You should be able to be the incumbent.
I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can do it back to back.
Oh yeah,
that's weird.
Huh.
Or maybe
you can't do it back to back. I have tried with several young ladies, and I will tell you. You cannot
tough.
do it back to back.
What else we got here on the news?
Very difficult. So in Kansas, a game warden is searching for someone that killed an American bald eagle.
Yeah, they should have their balls cut off.
So call Kansas game wardens if you know who shot the bird.
If you're listening
from
to Kansas,
in Kansas,
let's we're gonna put up a bounty.
it's KMBC 9 News in Kansas.
Yeah,
somewhere. Kansas City. So
I'm a big hunter proponent. I'm all about going out and killing stuff.
Okay,
but not. Just
why would you kill
stuff.
a thing? Would you think it would be like a goose? He's like, oh, look at that really muscular goose.
But if I shot an eagle, I doggone sure would just leave it there.
I would feel horrible.
Well, first of all,
I wouldn't want anybody to know.
But I'd take it home and I'd eat it.
No, you.
Yes, I would.
Come on.
If I shot an eagle, shoot.
Okay.
There'd be nothing left of it. I wouldn't leave it laying out.
You wouldn't want to have the.
I wouldn't have the evidence laid there. I'm like, what's the best
go.
way of getting rid of the evidence? Well, I'm going to cook it and eat it.
Most of your true legit hunters, when they hunt, they shoot to kill to eat their food.
Exactly.
Not just to hunt for. Well, there's some that hunt for sport.
It was flying and then I killed it.
I'm even cool with hunting for sport.
Yeah.
But not hunting
but
just
not,
to be...
Just to be cruel.
Right.
Yeah.
How about humans? Hunting humans for sport.
I've seen some of those I'd like to hunt. but you hear these hunters...
That's a different story.
Like I was talking to some hunter guys, some friends of mine, and they were out in the woods, and they found this deer. His head was gone. That was it.
Well, they found it that way?
Yeah. Where somebody had shot the deer.
And just took the head.
Took the head
Horrible.
so they could have a trophy.
Stupid.
And I'm like...
There's so much good meat there. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's the leanest meat ever.
Yeah, the venison.
They tell people that if you have heart issues, if you can, if you're a hunter or you know some hunters, get deer meat.
Well, you
because
think about
it's
it.
so lean.
Yeah, you think
And
about
it's
it
so
now.
healthy for
It's
you.
not the processed chicken that people used to eat because there were no grocery stores and all chickens raised in millions and killed and everything. But
Exactly.
it's they would kill something, they would eat it.
And I think
That's healthier. That's got to be healthier.
You look at our grandparents. Like my grandparents raised chickens.
Yeah.
And they weren't six packs or muscular thing, but they didn't have the health issues like we have today.
Yeah.
There was no allergies.
Well, there's no
back in
hormones injected into the shit.
Right.
You don't see
Yeah.
the deer out there
My mom would tell me-
mainlining hormones.
Exactly. My mom would tell me how they'd got and broadcast the corn for the chickens every morning, and they'd come up and then came time to eat dinner. They'd grab a hold of one,
Yeah.
and then they'd cook it.
Yeah.
I've brought chickens home to my wife when I'd be out visiting people, and they say, "Here, take this home to Marcia," and I'm like, "All right." And she's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Well, let's fry it up." "No, it's warm still. Put it in the freezer. You can't eat warm chicken." I'm like, "What? That's not even make sense."
The chicken with the head cut off thing is real, though, right?
Oh yeah,
Cut that chicken's head off and it
yeah.
runs around.
it does.
Yeah, it does.
It's funny. And if you go to Ripley's, believe it or not, here in Orlando, they've got a chicken whose head was cut off.
It's still running today. It's on a marathon.
But it still was running for like months.
Oh, my God, that's crazy.
The guy would take it to the fairs, and people
Zombie chicken.
if they pay a quarter to see this chicken,
Oh,
and he would
that's
feed
crazy.
it and give it drinks down through the little hole in the top.
I was going to
where
say,
its head
how in the
was.
hell is it
How's
eating
it
that?
feel?
Yeah, he would put it
What are
down
you talking
through,
about?
like he would I don't know,
Stick it right in his craw? What
right
do
in
you-
his the
Food hole?
the food hole, and it would go right down into his belly.
Vic,
and
that's
it lived
silly.
Like you go to Ripley's.
I don't believe you.
Go to Ripley's, believe it or not.
Okay.
That's the
I
reason why
don't
they call it
believe you.
Ripley's, believe it or not.
Oh, so I'll choose not to believe that.
That's the catheter
can't.
tube talking there.
You do what you got to do.
They would still stick little pieces of corn in his throat pipe,
Stick it, and it was. Yeah, that's exactly right.
and he
says
still
Ripley's
thought it
Ripley's.
was alive without
And he
a
was
brain.
running around for 6 months.
He had no brain.
6 months.
Brain.
I don't care if he didn't have a brain or
Well,
not.
that's
He's still running
crazy.
around. But
6
they do.
months.
And
No, I think they would
it's
just kill a fresh chicken each time and be like, "Here you go."
funny. Maybe
Those
I don't know.
sideshow shows. Those.
Probably. It's like, here, let's watch this guy run around.
You've been hanging out at Area 51 too much.
I've been hanging out in Orlando too often. I'm drinking Starbucks coffee. Did you know I'm looking at my cup. I got me my plastic Starbucks cup. And did you know the original logo? There's a little mermaid on the front of this. If you go to the original one out in Seattle, which I've been to because I'm a world traveler that way, she's actually naked.
Damn. Really?
Yeah, if you look at the original logo of the Starbucks, where she has, because it's a mermaid, is on the front of it with two tails, actually. That's just kind of weird. But her hair on the logos now, her hair covers her breasticles. And but on the original logo, the one out in Seattle, her hair does not cover her breasticles.
Wow.
They see two little headlights sticking right out there.
I guess now Starbucks is also starting a delivery service to where you're going to pay an arm and a leg just for them to deliver coffee to you in the morning, one block up the street.
Is it like a drone or something? Or you
Yeah,
mean
they
like
drop
No, they're actually. I guess they're hiring
They
people.
parachute it.
Yeah,
And they
stick a
serve
tube out the window. Here,
That's
catch.
crazy.
some of these.
Just
some
get
of
a
the-
damn Verissimo, right?
Exactly. So, Johnny Lee, not Johnny Lee, the drummer for the married Pam
Tommy
Anderson,
Lee?
Tommy Lee.
He has Starbucks at his house.
Okay.
He's got like a whole
Oh, like a little.
they
Setup.
they deliver.
Yeah.
Like they got the whole menu. He could make any kind of Starbucks thing.
But
you want.
he has to make
But
it.
it's in his house.
You have a
It's in his-
barista?
it's like in his bar downstairs, and he just makes.
Oh,
it.
that's cool.
Yeah, it is very cool.
I'd be making money off of that thing.
Yeah,
well, he
cappuccino
probably does.
machine. or-
Yeah, he's got it all.
That's,
Everything
that's
you
the
see
deal
in like
right
a
there.
in like a miniature Starbucks, and some of the bigger Starbucks in some of the bigger cities, they actually serve beer and wine.
They do. Mm-hmm. They got not a liquor license, but a beer and wine.
Yeah, beer and wine.
Don't they have to serve a percentage of food? Well, I guess they do. With
They
their,
do. They have their.
Oh, if they made
their
sandwiches,
bagels
do they
and
making
stuff.
sandwiches now and
I
stuff?
don't know.
That'll be the next thing.
Well, that's of course we're talking about Florida as opposed to everywhere else.
yeah.
So
Florida's got the law to where you got to have to be a smoking facility. You have to serve more food than you do liquor.
To smoke inside the building?
No.
To be for a non-smoking. If you serve more food than you do liquor, it's a non-smoking.
Oh,
facility.
I got you. Right.
Yeah.
If
It's
not,
more
then you're a
liquor, yeah.
bar.
Then
and
you're
you
a bar,
Can smoke
yeah.
Certain
inside of there
percentage of
because
food.
there's
Right.
no food
Yeah.
being served. I got you. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
very few bars you can smoke a cigarette in these
Right,
days.
a lot
Yeah.
of people are
Very
that way.
few.
All over the country is that way.
Yeah, Orange County, I think even all the buildings and the jobs, they've all gone non-smoking. which is good, I guess.
It is. And what else we got up here on the...
A couple more, or one more little thing. I thought this was interesting. Bound to Astound, Seuss book found. So they found an old unpublished Dr. Seuss book. It's What Pet Should I Get?
Right.
By Dr. Seuss.
I actually read this. I'm a big Dr. Seuss fan. I'm trying to work on a couple of videos.
You saw this story?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I liked it. And not only this, but there's two others.
There are?
This is
Oh,
to
cool.
be the first one's going to be released. And they think that this one here was actually written back in the mid-'60s because Theodore, which is the real name for Mr. Seuss,
Gustav I can't say
he
it.
did all of his own artwork and all that stuff. He drew
cool.
all those things. And so the same characters in this one are the same brother and
So-
sister in Redfish, Bluefish.
Right, okay.
So he thinks that they think
connected
this was
then.
all
Like a big,
done about
long...
the same time.
Yeah.
They had these same characters because you know how you get on these little kicks.
Yeah, you do.
Everything's this thing. Like,
It's a
like right now,
jag.
my kick is everything Daytona 500. Everything Daytona 500. I'm going to Daytona. I'm going to Daytona. So next week it'll be something new.
Yeah.
So they think that's kind of what they did with this. But there's two other books they found. It was found by their housekeeper
Yeah.
and his widow, and he's been dead for 20 years, something like that.
Yeah,
A
Theodore
really long time.
Geisel
Yeah.
as the guy, known as Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
And so how does that work now? There's
His estate.
eminent domain, intellectual property. There's a particular
Well, it
thing for
belongs to his-
managing
it belongs to
people
his
when they're
estate.
dead, like the whole Elvis
Right.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's still banking. Michael Jackson still banking.
Oh yeah,
Still
And
making
Dr.
money.
And his wife will still make money on this because she has to sell the rights because
Yeah.
this was just a manuscript laying around. So she's like, all right, I got this book. Let's negotiate some money now.
Yeah.
And I've got two others as well. And so what they'll do is they'll get it,
Damn.
they'll touch it up, color it, like they did this cover here. But I love Dr. Seuss. I read all of his stuff. I read it every day. And I want to do some. I should have a Dr. Seuss series of just me reading.
I think that's
Dr.
everybody's dream to invent something or make something to where it's going to last forever and ever,
Right.
and your
And-
kids
and-
and your grandkids.
You,
Exactly.
just, you just said you read Dr. Seuss every day. Did you? Is that
I
you really?
really don't.
Green eggs and ham.
But I do. One of the funniest bits I've ever seen, I'm going to try to recreate it, is this guy gets up like he's some sort of intellectual critic, like a literary critic.
Right.
And he does Green Eggs and Ham. And I seen it when I was
He reads the book or,
yeah.
or like
Yeah, he just-
snarkingly reads? What
Yeah.
do you mean?
And, but he's like he's on to like when I was a kid in college, I went to this church youth camp,
Mm-hmm.
and they had on the youth side of this camp, they had late night with David
Okay.
Lucas.
Oh, cool.
And
Okay.
so what they did is they set up this big table where it was like a
news desk or
yeah, kind
whatever?
of like David Letterman,
Right, like a desk.
and with the top 10 list and all that stuff. But he'd bring
that?
out these guests.
Okay.
One of and he did this like whole evangelism organization. So he'd bring some of his interns out.
Okay.
He had this one intern who's now a minister out west someplace, who got up and had a tie on, a jacket, and he got up and all he was doing was reading Green Eggs and Ham, and he just did it. And so, I do not like green eggs and ham. Sam, I am.
Like, kind of like a beat poet or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. It was so stinking funny. So I'm trying to work it down to where
Yeah.
where
You
I
can
got it the
get-
same way,
yeah.
and then I'm gonna put it on YouTube because it was so stinking funny. And I've remembered, and it was before me and Marsha was married. We've been married 25 years.
Wow.
So it was a
Congrats.
long time ago.
Congratulations.
So it was something.
So, last thing we'll talk about in the news and find out where you guys are going to be, what's going on. It's a crazy story from Higher Perspective website, which it's kind of a hippie-ish site, but it says new research says cats can see things that are invisible to us.
Dude, I'm telling you, my
Do you
cat in my
believe that?
house, yes.
No.
My cat in my house. See where my house is? I sit behind a graveyard. And my cat, I swear to God, at night sometimes my cat will take off and just haul ass across the house and do somersaults and cartwheels like he's looking right at something.
And you can't tell.
And you can't, you don't see anything. He's just like,
Like a ghost grabbed by a
Oh,
tail and
yeah.
just slung it.
exactly. And he just goes nuts.
There's a ghost with a little cat toy. Over here.
I believe.
With
I
a
think
ghost
they-
light.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
no,
little ghost
seriously. I think they
Come
can
look over
see.
this jar.
I think they can see or feel the abnormal. I really do. I think.
I think animals sense stuff that we don't sense. As far as seeing things that aren't there, I
mean, that's kind of like
but
the
how
baby.
would you measure that?
The baby sees your
How
aura.
would you
Well, that's why I'm
even
like, what is the
measure
new
that?
research? So, new scientific data shows that cats, along a symbol of mysticism, are able to see things that are invisible to us. Scientific
Like
data.
what? Like what would be invisible to me that the cat would see? Like a ghost? Okay, what? That's all subjective. What if there really aren't any ghosts?
Paranormal.
So you could see my paycheck, you're saying, cat?
Exactly.
Because it's invisible to me.
You could see the love that me and my wife have for one another. That's awesome. Because it's invisible to me. I can tell you that. So, yeah, that's awful, wasn't it? That's
It's
crazy.
horrible.
It's funny crap.
So the study goes on to show, talking about UV radiation, there are plenty of things that reflect UV radiation, which some sensitive animals are able to see while we are not, says Ronald Douglas, professor of biology of the City University of London.
Yeah, so hey, cat, did you see that? We put that little thing right over here. Did you see it? He saw it. He said he saw it. Cause means yes, he saw it.
Now listen, I know it's our first date, but my cat says he can clearly see my penis, even though you may not be able to.
That's right. He says that tweezers are not an option. You gotta use your whole.
Just put your mouth
forefinger.
in this general area.
Exactly. Yeah,
and it'll work.
No, it's crazy.
Anyway,
but cats do have a weird eyesight thing anyway because they see things at night.
Well, they say like babies can see auras and stuff and that's why we don't remember it.
Yeah, maybe.
You ever think of that?
No, I don't care.
Well, they showed that animals in general. That's what's wrong. They showed animals in general, like dogs. Did I just say animals in genital? No, I didn't.
You said general.
I did. Okay, genital. Almost animals
animals in
like dogs can read your emotions, so dogs can sense even if you've got a furrowed brow and you're all upset at it, it knows you're angry.
Yeah, I think
right?
so. I think they sense stuff.
Yeah.
Like when my daughter came home from the hospital yesterday, my dog was right there at her side the whole day. I think he knew that, although they may not know, but they knew something was not normal.
Yeah.
There was out of the norm. And then you see some of these dogs who go and they find their owners. There's this one item I saw where the dog went 4 or 5 miles and walked into the same hospital where its owner was.
That's crazy.
And it was like a little schnauzer or something, so it wasn't even like a real dog.
Found his owner.
Yeah, so it's crazy.
Well, they say even dogs do know if you've got like high blood pressure and all these things. The dogs that kind of know you, and anyway, so I thought that was interesting.
I agree. I think I do know stuff
in
like
some
that.
degree. Yeah.
But as far as seeing things that aren't there, I don't know. Like, hey, I don't know. Hey, how come that cat's running crazy over there? Well, because there's something we couldn't see.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. I still believe it.
The ghost.
Because you're weird.
The ghost has his penis on your forehead right now. It's really, really embarrassing.
Maybe that's the reason why dogs hump everything. Like, well, I can't tell the difference between that and a real live animal, so let's just hump on top of that.
Right.
So
anyway, all right. Well, on the road again, my friends.
On the road. I am
closing things out.
I am. Well, first of all, Bubba is going to be doing the dueling pianos things tomorrow.
Shots in the berries.
Shots in the berries.
Shots at 9:00 start.
And so we're going to plug his show. He's going to be flying back from whatchamacallits.
No, he's driving up, I guess, right? From the port.
Yeah, is he driving from the
I'm
port?
pretty sure they go to the port down there in Cocoa.
So he's going to be coming back. I will be in Sebastian at a place called the Blue Lion tomorrow night. Me and Peter O'Keefe.
Oh, cool.
Out of Daytona. And
what's he about, Peter O'Keefe?
He's just my opening act.
Oh, okay. Somebody you know?
Yeah.
Cool guy?
He's all right.
He funny?
Yeah.
Me?
No, he's a good guy. He's a lot of fun.
If he changed his name to Peter O'Queef, he might get more
women
or something.
Or something. Yeah. No, he's a funny cat. He does a lot of MC work in Daytona.
Hi, my name's
and if you're ever in Daytona, go up to Ormond Beach to Betty's A1A. Ormond.
It's Ormond.
Ormond. Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Ormond Beach.
You must be from up north.
Go up there to Ormond.
Ormond Beach.
And
yes.
Well, it's like I say mature too.
Right.
And but go up there to Betty's A1A. His mom owns that little restaurant. And it's got some of the best key lime pie that I've ever had.
Which restaurant in Ormond?
It's called Betty's A1A. It's right on A1A.
Okay.
If you're going north out of Daytona,
is it like a little diner?
Yeah, a little bit, a little small restaurant.
Oh, cool. Okay, Betty's on A1A.
Betty's on A1A.
Is it Ormond by the sea?
Ormond by the sea.
Or is it Ormond Beach?
I don't know. It's above Daytona.
It's around there. Right.
It's on A1A above Daytona. Keep driving till you see it over on your left.
Yeah, A1A is a long road.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's around
if you get to Jacksonville, you've gone too far.
Yeah, okay. If you're up in Flagler, that's probably wrong.
If you go to OC Watts in St. Augustine, turn around and go back the other direction because you've gone a little too far. So, yeah, go there if you're ever in the Daytona area, get you a bite to eat. So it's a lot of fun. And then I fly out. Then let's see, what is it? Then I've gone in Melbourne the week after.
Okay.
At a couple places, and we'll be here to plug that show. And you're going to be...
I'll be at Bike Week.
When is that?
When is Bike
March
Week?
6th through the 15th.
Oh, wow.
I'll be in Ohio that week.
And I'll be at Cabbage Patch.
Cool.
Dolls. You'll be at the Cabbage Patch Dolls.
I am doing some interviews with the social at Ralph Fest.
Nice.
So Ralph Amadori was a local musician that was murdered.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was in Winter Haven, and it was a night during a gig or whatever. And he walked out, and this guy came up to him and wanted the money in his pocket and just shot him. And so he passed away. He was real tight with the music community here in Orlando. So that first year, about a couple months after he had passed away, they started this Let's Do a Festival. So this is the 4th year of the festival. They raise money for scholarships for young musicians. So it's a real worthy cause.
Cool, yeah.
A lot of local bands playing here and there. Will's Pub, Uncle Lou's, the Social, and some events on. So it's a 3-day event. It's a festival.
Nice.
It's a Friday,
nice.
Saturday, Sunday. RalphAmadori.com.
All right, very cool. Very cool.
That's what I'll be
And
doing.
we're all thinking about everybody up north, all the snow and stuff going on.
Yeah, stay warm.
And if you have tickets to the Daytona 500, tell us.
See me or Vic?
Oh, so Vic,
I need tickets.
Vic wants to go to there.
I want to go to the 500. All right, what else we got, JB? We done?
We're good.
All right. We are out of here. Thank you all for listening for Grits and Gravy. Big Country, thank you for coming in, sitting in for Bubba.
No problem.
Next week, Bubba should be back, and it'll be me and Bubba and JB, the Fab Trio, back together again. And we are out of here.
Cool. Here's a little Bubba music. I don't remember.
Hey, Savannah.
Hi.
This is a song that I wrote for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I met you in the topless bar.
I don't remember.
We rode round in my Mustang car.
I don't remember.
I pledged my love beneath the stars.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I was drunk.
Look at the hand. That is uncanny.
Hey, Savannah. Hey, Savannah, pay attention. You ready?
I'm listening.
I got you a trailer on South Park.
I don't remember.
I gave you cash to help you out.
I don't remember.
I moved you in my big blue house.
I don't remember. I don't remember saying it was permanent. Remembering for me is such a tussle.
Uh-huh.
Recalling what went on is just too hard.
Uh-huh.
It's too much strain put on my brain muscle. Oh, look, my picture's on a radio phone card. When did that happen?
I gave you gifts and everything.
I don't remember.
I gave you a big engagement ring.
I don't remember.
I made the world listen to you sing.
I don't remember. I didn't need you to do that. I won Miss Brave. Remembering for me is such a hassle. It gets all jumbled underneath my wig. It's too much strain to put on my brain muscle. I used to have small ninnies. Now they're big. How How did that happen? Look at that. It's so big. And has such sweet, sweet milk.
I bought you a jewelry box.
I don't remember.
Where I put it, I forgot.
I don't remember.
I put in it $10,000.
I don't. Oh, I remember.
Oh my God!
I remember that. It's in your guest bedroom in the dresser drawer beneath the Argyle sock collection in a paper bag with Goldsmith jewelry written on it, stuffed with torn papers out of Us magazine. 3 of the pages being about the battle between Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. Britney Spears.
I don't remember who you are.
I was